All right, so today we're here to do a myNeosho basic overview. This is just kind of the high level, where is everything on myNeosho? What does a course look like for an instructor? And any kind of little like pieces you didn't know was hidden on myNeosho. So we're just going to kind of go over it, and then it's a segue into our other lunch bites and snack bites that will go a little deeper into those areas. So I'm planning on this taking it about 40 minutes and then opening it up for any kind of questions or anything and going on from there. Okay. Does anybody have any questions before I get started? Okay. Awesome. All right. I'm going to go ahead and move this out of the way. First things first, I am logged in um, as an instructor, so I should see all the same things that you guys see, and I'm hoping that I'll be able to show everything properly because my view with the administrator rights unfortunately shows a little bit more, and I don't want to confuse anybody. So I'm in the NC instructor login right now, and the first thing I want to go over is the My Teaching tab. So everyone should be able to see the My Teaching if you are an instructor. And this is where you can find all of your resources for using myNeosho or teaching in general. And what I want to go to first is actually the instructional support page, because this is where you can find any of the information that we put out there from the online campus. We have an awesome little calendar here that Seth keeps up for us. This has all of our lunch bites and snack bites on here. We'll go ahead and add a link to these so you can actually just click from here if you don't have an email or have the email anymore. So you can just click on that and it will take you straight to the Zoom. We just haven't updated that. So we will get that updated for you guys. It also has some nice dates on there when we're closed as a campus, when the last day to withdraw for certain sections and certain courses and sessions is the word I was looking for. So this could be helpful in many ways. Over on the right side, we have our training videos. I have my own myNeosho updates from the spring, but for some reason we don't have the 2024 August up there. We'll also get that updated for you, and that should be updated every semester. Just in time for spring 2025, I'll have the fall 2024 up there. Sorry about that. But we do also have our Lunch Bites playlist. This Lunch Bites will be added to that playlist. It takes you to YouTube and it will play any of you can choose any of the previous Lunch Bites from here. And like I said, this one will be added to this list. We also have tutorials for NeoShow. These would include some of the basic, I think a lot of them are 1 to 3 minutes here. I guess this one's 6 minutes. Some of them are a little outdated because they might be from Genzabar and they just haven't updated them. We try and go and find the newest versions as often as we can, but with things changing all the time, just know that it might look a little different than what ours looks like right now. But it's handy, quick little videos to reference. The next section has this faculty tutorial. This is brand new this year. It has different links. Let me click on them. So when you go through the different tabs on the left side, it will give you the scribes that would possibly help you with putting up your course. So right here, the course access is just, hold on, I see I have a comment. Oh, got it. Course access is just teaching you how to access the course. So this gives you little scribes that you can just walk through that will give you screenshots on how to access your courses. You can also click on them and take or I guess you can't click on them. I thought you could click on them and take the link to share with someone else, but I would just guide them to this section and so they can actually just view it here. Click through each of them. They all have scribes. So homepage is going to talk to you about the blog posts in the news portlets, the about the course and how to add content there. Syllabus page, this is going to have how to do your concourse syllabus and all the different scribes that go for that, which we don't have scribes for those are still the PDFs, but it still gives you the step-by-step with images. So as you go through each of those, you're going to find all the scribes for those different things. I'm hoping it's going to be helpful for everyone. If you're I want to do it myself kind of person, this is great for you to have images and be able to just step through it as you're setting up your courses. So take a look at that whenever you have time. Remember that is on the instructional support page and over under faculty tutorial. Okay. These three links right here are the different PDFs for Concourse. I try to put those in a couple different places so that way we can refresh our memory on how to use those every semester because we usually only do it once a semester. So those are out here as well as in the faculty tutorial. The next two are just informative information pages for those two sections. You can read those if you want. They're just PDFs like that. And then these are the two, how to cert your roster and how to submit grades. So just kind of easy to access content right here in the middle of the page. Next one is the most important to me is the desk side coaching. If you ever need to use desk side coaching, which is a meeting with me or a meeting with Cecily, you can use this link right here. Eventually, we just upgraded to a new Calendly where we can have one link that will show availability for both of us. And so if I'm not available, it'll show you if Cess is available or vice versa. So that's going to be really handy for us. You just click on this one link and it will take you to both of our calendars and you can pick the available time that works for you. So that's going to be nice. Then I still have this chat with online down here. I've had it up here since 2020, but I just had a session over using Zoom chat. I believe it was in August. And this is such an awesome feature to be able to just talk across campuses without using email. This is a handout on how it works. I would definitely recommend going through it and seeing if it's something that would work for you. If you don't have Zoom chat and you would like to get it, just let me know. I'm more than happy to teach you how to use it and how to get it working on your computer. So I went in depth on this page because it's very important to me. Does anybody have any questions about that page? No. Okay. A couple other pages that I won't necessarily go over as in detail as I did on this page, but all my courses is where you're going to go if you need to find your courses for current, which is going to automatically load your current courses, or past or future. So right now I'm listed as the NC instructor, which is the instructor for the NC 105 section. So clearly there's a few indefinite sections here on this list. It looks a little different than a normal faculty's list will look, but your current list shows up first. If you're looking for a future course, so let's say it's a course that we're teaching in the spring, you would have to go to future, and then it would show you the list of the courses that are listed on the course search for the spring semester and winter session semester. Past courses are the same. Anything that's not in the current semester will show up, and it will show up titled by year. So it'll be grouped by year, which is nice, not having to search through all the different sections trying to guess which ones are which. Okay. Any questions about that? Okay. My students, so this is a query that you can run to show all of your different students' information. It also has a query for students that are under 18 if you need to know that. This is where you can get all of their, I believe, it's not going to show me because, yeah, I figured I didn't have any enrolled students in this login, but I believe you can get their address and their phone numbers from this page. So if you're needing to contact your students, whatever they've given us as their contact information, we pull from J1 and it goes into these queries. Okay. Faculty resources. So this is like your hub for anything that you're like, what about the negotiated agreement? Well, here's a nice little area for it. You click on it and it opens it up for you. We've got instructor forms, academic honesty forms, and the college catalog, modality resources. So we've got the best practices for online and hybrid courses. We also have course evaluations for those online and hybrid courses. Proposal to develop an online course. This is used quite a bit now because people are trying to transition some face-to-face classes to online classes, and we have a process for that. If that's something you're interested in, this is something you would want to fill out. But other resources like Teaching with Zoom. Then we have Steve's awesome section here that's assessment resources. This gives you anything that you would need to know on the assessment side. It also allows you to schedule an appointment with Steve here. Legal stuff, copyright and fair use information. It's just a nice hub for all the things. Any questions about that page? Okay. New faculty resources. This is kind of like a work in progress thing. I'm not sure that we're actively doing this. I know that we did it when I first started here back in 2020, and I don't know that we took off with it. So this is still kind of just holding a place here, but you do have mentoring information here. All right, technology resources. These are all the different technologies that we offer that you can download. So obviously we have Zoom, since we're all here, we have Zoom on our computers. But we also have Camtasia, which is a video editing software. We have two. I don't know that I have it on here. I don't, because it's not a downloadable thing, but we have two softwares or applications for video editing. We have Camtasia, which it's not an updated version, so the download here is going to be from, I can't remember, 2020. But we also have ScreenPal, which is completely web-based. So you can start it at work, finish it at home, start it at home, finish it at work, do it on your phone. It's a really handy tool. It doesn't have all the bells and whistles that Camtasia has, but it's a really cool tool. If you need to make video editing or videos with editing capabilities, you just let me know and I can hook you up with whichever one you want. Camtasia, ScreenPal, both. Doesn't matter. I can help. Concourse, this again, like I said, I like to have this information in a couple different places so that way we know how to do all of the concourse setup. Snagit, my favorite tool. I know that the computers have the snipping tool, which is for screenshots, but Snagit is a little like a level up. So you can take the screenshots and then you can edit it with the software that comes with it. So I highly recommend it. And then we got Smart, you got Films on Demand, Turnitin, and then this is even an older version of Camtasia. I don't know. We're trying to keep stuff out there. If we offer it, we're keeping it out there. But if you need any of these things or have any questions, just send us an email at online and we can help you with that. Here's some more tutorials. So we already clicked on the faculty tutorials that took us to YouTube. That's going to take us to the same place, but we also have an option for our students. So if your students are needing some help with navigating myNeosho, you can direct them to this link right here. And then here's some more information for release notes, which it's all kind of nerdy stuff. So I don't believe anybody would want to look at it besides me. So. Okay, and then my course evaluations, this is just taking you to the evals, I believe. I actually don't know where it would take me right now going from NC instructor. Okay, any questions from that? Because we'll just dive right into the rest of it, if not. Okay, perfect. The next thing I have on my list for, oh, I moved it over here. This training is talking about the quick links. Okay, so we can access our courses by going to my teaching and all my courses. It gives us our list here. But the easiest way is to go to quick links and then my courses. Now, we have to remember that this only shows the current semester, and that shows up 2 weeks before the first day of that course. So for winter session, that starts on like, I don't know, 12/18 or something like that. It's going to show up 2 weeks before that starts. Spring semester will show up 2 weeks before, but that doesn't mean that's the first time that course is available to you. Right now, those courses are already available to you. You just have to go to the all my courses section and go to future. So that's the biggest thing that I want to make sure everyone knows. The quick links is great for in semester access, or in current semester access. But if you're wanting to work ahead, just go to all my courses under my teaching and you'll see all of your courses there under future. Any questions about that? Okay. So you can tell when I click on that, since I'm using NC Instructor, I have quite the list. I'm very busy as the NC Instructor. I just also believe we've never deleted any of the courses out of here. So there's just a bunch. The list is very long. I'm going to move back up one spot to my pages. This is where your file cabinet lives. I have another session coming up in the next couple of days. I can't remember when it is, about the file cabinet. And it will talk about how you use it, the different locations to access it, how we delete files out of it, how we can group them into folders, how we can group any of your items into folders. Lots of different things, but this is where you can store assignments to share across courses. You can share documents, handouts, all of those different things. This is the first spot you see the file cabinet. Click on it. I don't know that there's a whole bunch in there from NC Instructor, but there's a couple things in here. But like I said, I have a snack bite coming up that we will discuss this in detail. It'll be a good one. You also have the main page, which I don't actually know a whole lot about that. I don't use it very much. Just another place to store things. We don't use this page either anymore. We use the roster page in courses. So the only thing you're really going to use under my pages is going to be your file cabinet. Okay. And most of the time you're going to access your file cabinet from coursework. It's just, this is the location to edit your file cabinet. All right. Any questions so far? Okay. Under my courses is my groups. So if you are a part of any campus groups at all, that will show up in this list here. It's an easy way to access it. Right now, we are going through the process of making sure the groups are maintained, because I know a lot of them, including this one right here, has old information. We can see in usage statistics that people are accessing and clicking on this group. And so we're trying to make sure that any groups that have been accessed by students are updated with current information. So if you are a part of a group, please go through and make sure that the information is correct. This is where you can access those groups right here. We don't need to worry about student email, but if you do have students trying to figure out how to access their email, just guide them to the quick links and they'll be able to access it from there. We have the My Panther Claw on this quick link as well, and it will take you directly to that website. And then you can also go to the myNeosho or the neosho.edu website as well from here. We have our athletics link here, the bookstore, Chapman Library, college catalog, student handbook, All of these different links are really handy. That's why it's under the quick links. So you can just easily access it from here. But most importantly, we use it for our courses. So I'm going to go to my courses and I'm going to go to, let's see, NC 1059W. Where is that? There it is. Okay, so this is a course that we have set up for NC instructor for just this purpose only. We'll go over the homepage first. I will go in detail again on these kinds of things in our snack bites, but if you're teaching an online course, we highly suggest that you have a homepage that looks similar to this, maybe not so wordy. This is pretty wordy. More than likely your students are going to look at it and be like, I'm not reading that. So, but having a picture of your book or a picture that's related to the course, that's really handy to have in this area right here. In the template that is pushed out for each course, it has a news portlet, which I do not have on this example, but the news portlet is nice. It's a blog. It shows the most recent at the top, and it's really handy for weekly posts or daily posts, whatever you prefer to do. And it's easy for the students to see because it's the first thing they see whenever they click on your course. So usually that would be over here on the right side. Next, coursework. So this is the meat and potatoes of your myNeosho course. If you have face-to-face or if you have an online course, hybrid course, virtual hybrid, this is going to be your most important page because this is where you're putting all of your assignments. This is where you grade all of your assignments. This is what the students go to first, is the coursework page. So I believe on Tuesday at 2 o'clock, we have an attendance types. I believe the 11th is Tuesday, right? Or is it Monday? It's Monday. Okay, sorry. On Monday, we have the assignment types snack bite. And so you can come back and we can talk about all of the different assignments and how they work and how you grade them. But this is the location for assigning, opening, closing, and grading assignments. This is where your students will come to access the assignments. If it's an upload assignment, they'll upload their assignments here. This is where they will go. They can see their grade for each of those assignments once it's been graded. Everything is done here. So you can tell that we have a couple handfuls of assignments in this one unit here. So the coursework more than likely will have multiple units throughout the semester because you'll have different units for your courses that you'll want to go over. The nice thing is you can separate those assignments by however many units you would like. I'll just give you a quick little view. You can come in here, you can tell we only have one unit created, but we can add units and you can add as many units as you would like. Some people will come in and they'll use the source code to add a video for that unit. So let's say you have a video that needs to be reviewed before they access these assignments. They can put in this video and it will pop up above the assignments and it will run without having to go anywhere else. It can go right there in the unit and they can watch it before they access their assignments. Some people just put what the unit is going to go over, or some people leave it blank, which I highly do not recommend for online courses. Online courses, you need to have some kind of description in that box, but the options are awesome here. You can also do a video of yourself, 5-minute limit, and you can also do an audio recording, 5-minute limit. If you look here, I clicked on the pencil to open up the description of this unit, and you can tell that this was set up with just a different editing through the text editor here, just to make different words pop out and a little easier for the students to read. But we have all of these options on any text editor in myNeosho. You can use source codes in any text editor. You've got the video and audio options, and you can use any of these different formatting options as well. Okay, so that's our unit. If we go back out to the coursework page, you will see the stuff that I just showed you. This was all in that box that was edited in that text editor. So if you were a person that wanted to put a video in there and use that source code, it would show up right here about, oh, I don't know, about as tall as this box to about right here is how big the video would show. And so your students could watch that video and then they could access the assignments. Okay. Um, let's see, how are we doing on time? Doing good. All right, so we will do more with the coursework on our next snack bites and lunch bites. I will be showcasing those in our upcoming trainings. The next thing today, though, is resources. So we will go, does this page, of course, this would not have a resources page. That's fun. Let me see real quick. I will pull up one of mine. We'll discuss resources after we discuss attendance. So that way this can load. So we'll go to attendance first. Actually, it might be help files. For a normally scheduled course, you will have all of the dates loaded here for your courses. So if you're Monday through Wednesday, like I have class from Monday through Wednesday, or Monday and Wednesday from 9:25 to 10:40. And so at the beginning of the semester, the entire attendance page for that course is going to automatically load for you, whether you're out of school, like the campus is closed, or we have a holiday, it's going to be there thinking that you are there Monday, Wednesday, 9:25 to 10:40. And that's all going to show here. I'm going to give you an example of that because this course that I'm showing you right now is actually not a real course. And so it doesn't have any dates. But I'll give you a little example of it here. So this is, if you see up here at the top, you can see all of your different dates. We can also tell that Wednesday, December 27th, I will not be here. I don't know if you guys will be, but I won't be. That's Thanksgiving break. So I'm going to go ahead and show you real quick, just as a little teaser. We'll also have a snack bite over attendance, but right here, I know we will not be taking attendance for this section. So I can go in and I can click edit session and I can tell it canceled or canceled school holiday. Okay. And then I don't have to worry about that attendance piece missing. And then I save it and come back over here and look at it. And it just takes away the whole option for attendance altogether. So that's kind of nice. Colin helps your students too, because if your students are like mine and they're kind of worried about their attendance, they go in there and they see that you're not tracking attendance for a couple of days. They're not paying attention that the date was over Thanksgiving break. They're just worried that they see that they're missing an attendance grade. So I definitely go in and edit those so they don't have to worry about that. I just also want to make you guys aware of the awesome layout of the attendance piece where you can just hover over it and just select, or you can make everyone present or whatever you need it to be by the default checkbox. So super handy. We have two other options for attendance as well that we'll go over in the snack bite. It's the rolling code or code entry, and then we also have the what is the other one called? Let me look. Roll call. So it comes through kind of like a Rolodex, like it shows you their contact card and you can do it like you're calling out attendance one by one. It's kind of handy too. Okay. Any questions about attendance? All right. I'm gonna go to this help files. I think this help files, no. So we'll just do my resources page then. All right. So this is in my current class right here. This is the resources page, the template that comes out with your course every semester is automatically loaded with a handouts portlet and a bookmarks portlet. The handouts is just like PDFs and Word documents, anything, a file that you can upload. The bookmarks are just that. It's a website bookmark that you want to save to this page that maybe your students might need to access. You can point them to the resources page from assignments. You can link. So right here, I have this assignment sheet in my handouts, but I can open it and I can grab the link, and then bring it back over to my assignment schedule, and it will show from here. And so don't worry about the spring 24, but it's nice to be able to link to the resources page and to your assignments or into a different page so the students can access it in a couple different ways. Okay. You also have a couple different ways to show these pages. You can do it in tiles, which obviously it's not going to show. I only have one thing in here, but if I had a bunch of handouts in here, this list view might be a little easier for your students to navigate. So showing them that they can look at it in list view instead of block, completely up to you. Okay. All right. Down here, we have the assessment page. I am only going to tell you that's where it is. First of all, please do them. But we will eventually have an assessment lunch bites that I'm hoping Steve will help us with. He does a great job with that. Steve is your guy for anything assessment. There's lots of awesome information out there. These are very important for us, for everyone to complete, so we can track how we're doing as a college and for each of our courses and stuff. So very important page to know about. Also, you can see this little fall 24 thing. That means that I need to be making my reports for this course. So good reminder for myself too. Okay. All right. I'm going to go back to this course and go to gradebook. This is the last little piece. The gradebook is just a placeholder for the grades. We don't actually enter anything in this area of your course. Your grade entry happens in the coursework page with each of your assignments. So this is where you can come in and see, well, I don't have any grades for my students at all. So this is kind of problematic. You know that you need to go to your coursework page and do some grading. But this is also where you can set up your final grade weighting. So if you are weighting your class by percentage, there's 5 different ways to weight. There's by type, by unit, there's by points, which is my favorite and what I highly recommend because it's easier for me and my brain to work. But there's a bunch of different ways to weight your grade book. I shouldn't say a bunch, a handful. And you can go there by coming to the grade book and then final grade weighting. There's also the capability to change how it is displayed for your letter grades. So if your scale is 93 to 100 for an A and an 85 to a 92 for a B, if it's different than the normal, because the default is going to be the 90, 80, 70. If yours is different for your program, you can go in and you can change it. Or some people like to go in if they grade with like the estimate. So if you have an 89.5 in my class, you automatically get an A. And so you can go in and change that scale on here to do that for you. So if you want to, instead of having to calculate that yourself, you can go in and change that here, and then it will do it for you. And it's helpful for the students. If you know you're going to do that, you've discussed that with your students already, it helps them too, because if they're freaking out about whether or not they're going to get the next letter, they can already see it here. So that can all be changed right here in the grade ranges. Okay. Any questions about that? No? Okay. All right. So we're gonna go, obviously I will do a bigger in-depth training on the grade book in one of our breakouts. So if you're interested in learning more about that, be looking for that coming down. But we're gonna go back to the homepage. And I want to show you a very important piece to building your course and working in your course so your students get the best experience. We are looking at this as an instructor. So this is what we see as the person building it, as the person running it. And this is not necessarily how your students are going to see it. So we need to make sure once we are done or in the middle of editing all of these different pieces of our course that we view it like a student. Up here in the top right-hand corner is that option. Right now it says current view faculty. We want to see it as a student. So I have the option to go down here to view as students and change the view. Okay, so it took away all of the editing tools. There's no buttons up here to change any of this content. This is what my students are going to see. Most importantly, we want to see how they see the coursework page. So that's where I always direct you to use the student view. And so you can see, okay, none of those assignments are open right now. That's why my students are emailing me and freaking out because this assignment you tell me is due on Tuesday isn't actually open. But on our view, when we were in instructor view, we see all of those assignments, right? They're there. I know they're there. But we're not paying attention to the not open piece. And let's see what the students see. We find out, oh my gosh, it's because they're not open. I'm so sorry. I don't know how I didn't see that. So I use the student view a lot. It's really nice to be able to go in and see how my students are seeing my assignments, how they see the instructor or instructions, how they can see how to upload the assignment or complete the assignment. It's very beneficial. Okay. Biggest piece that I try to remind everyone, this right up here. Now, once you view in student view and you answer the phone and you come back, you start working again. Don't forget that you're in student view because you're going to get aggravated because you're going to try and do something. You're not going to be able to find your edit options. So make sure you come back over here and click back to regular view. And then you can see everything the way you're supposed to see it again. Okay, the one thing that I did not go over today was the forums section. This forums section is another piece that we will discuss more in depth on its own because it has more to do with just being a forums page. You can attach it to assignments and there's a lot of detail there. So just know that we have a discussion option and it's called the forums. We just didn't discuss it today. We'll discuss it more in detail in a future training. But this is your overview of myNeosho, the basic, most top level, like surface level overview of myNeosho. And this is where I open it up to have any questions about maybe a future training or where something will be discussed. If you need me to go back to a different area, I would love to hear whatever questions you might have. I have 5 minutes for questions. So just let me know. Anybody. Otherwise, just know that this will be recorded. It was recorded, it is recorded, and you can watch it as many times as you want. Okay. Well, if there's no questions, I will talk to you. Yeah.
Jen Brown put a note in the chat
Oh,
about Calendly.
let me see. Sorry, it was hidden. Um, I did not get the institutional subscription. I just did the Teams subscription. So that way we can have, I have a Teams subscription and so does Sess, and then we can be on the same team and we can be scheduled at the same time or show our availability on the same link. So it would cost, it's no help to anyone else. It's the same cost for me to have it as for her and anyone else that wants to use it. You're welcome. Okay. Thank you, Crystal. I did not see that up there.
No problem.
Let's see. I have open my lunch bite, snack bite list. This came out with the instructional support weekly update. On Monday, we have our attendance types from 2 to 2:30. On Tuesday, we have the units and assignments from 1 to 2. So that will go over all of those unit things and all of the assignments, including forums. It won't go in depth about the forum page, but it will talk about how to create them and all of that. And then a snack bite, and also make sure you know that lunch bites for that day is from 1 to 2. In order for me to fit it in before the end of the semester, I had to find a spot that worked. Um, and then the next one, file cabinet, is a snack bite. And then what's the course manager and what does it do? Is another snack bite on December 11th. So look forward to those. The snack bite, or the snack bite that is on Monday just came out the other day. And it's about the attendance types, and you've got the what to expect here. So take a look at that, and please let me know if you have any questions, or again, like I said, suggestions, so you can go through those snack bites that we have coming up. And if you need more than that, I need suggestions for the spring. And like I said, we'll try and get Steve to do an assessment one in the spring as well. And we'll move on from there. Anything else? If not, I really appreciate you guys coming today. Thank you so much. I look forward to seeing you guys in the future sessions. Have a good day.
Maggie.